Welcome, everyone, to Carroll Worldwide, your weekly local satire and current events podcast. We're weekly again, officially.
For now.
For now.
Can we commit to that, really? I don't know.
For this week, we can.
For this week, we can.
Yes. Yeah. We're it's complicated relationship with weekly. Right? So this first thing is... this Valentine's Day, we asked for a return to normal in Maryland schools. Okay, depending what you mean on that. Okay, I'm with you. Our children deserve to see each other's smiling faces and express their ... two children kissing. Okay, I can see why this is on here.
Well, your Dennis is reading a post from the Concerned Parents of Carroll County, Maryland.
Yeah.
These people.
Who I've been saying are rather kooky.
Mm-hmm. Do you think?
We're allowed to be kooky.
Anybody's allowed to be anything.
Mm-hmm.
As Ron Swanson says, art, where anything is anything.
Mm-hmm.
So this thing scrolled across my Facebook feed when I was curating quality content for the podcast.
How old do you think those kids are?
I'm thinking 7 or 8, 9.
And they're making out in bike helmets.
They're like, he looks like he's biting her upper lip. Well, anyway, let me get into this before we excite the audience too much.
Oh, no.
This picture scrolled across, and my visceral immediate reaction was, this isn't right.
No.
Something's wrong with this.
Something's very, very wrong.
And it came from a guy who was sharing this concern.
Is it better if it's from a girl?
It's less creepy.
A woman and a man, I guess. These are guys and girls. I mean, a woman or a man, a grown person.
It was a man. I'm guessing. I don't know if it's a fake account or not. Who knows these days? But yes, it's a good point. The fact that it came from a man made it much more creepy than if it came from a woman, because women are more nurturing and there are mothers, and men are just creepy predators in general. Would you agree with that, Sherri?
Well, women can speak for themselves, but...
Randy would like to own that he is a creepy predator.
I'm not creepy.
Okay. No.
Just a predator.
He's just an alpha. Are you an alpha male or a sigma male?
I'd like to think of myself as a sigma, but I would never call myself an alpha.
Okay.
I understand what the sigma is, and I like that better.
All based on a bunch of nonsense about wolf packs.
The wolf. Yes, exactly.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yep. Predator. That's where it came from.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Apex. All right. So anyway, my initial reaction was the way these two were kissing with their eyes closed, and
I'm covering up the picture. I'm not looking at it now.
Now I really want to be wrong about it.
It's really kind of making me sick.
Okay. You had the same reaction. Now I really want to be wrong about this because I didn't want to be, that guy who is oversensitive, and I'm really not. I mean, nothing bothers me, and this didn't bother me, but it just it's a really bad representation of what they're trying to get across. So I asked several random people, and 100% of the people agreed it was a very uneasy feeling they got seeing the picture. One person even said, "I'd like to punch in the throat whatever parent thought this was okay."
Do you think they are siblings?
To put out. That kind of makes it worse for me if they were siblings.
But, well, I mean...
You kiss your sister on the mouth?
I don't know. I mean, the only innocent explanation is it's like a kiss gone. I mean, I don't know. It's very, very weird.
How does it make you feel when you first saw this picture?
It looks like... Well, so here's the thing. I totally get in the modern age when you take 50,000 cell phone pictures of something, you can get like a picture that doesn't represent the circumstances. Like, I'm going to give her a peck on the cheek, something happened, right? But this looks like a staged romantic kiss between children.
Romantic.
Doesn't it?
Yes.
And it's a Valentine's Day post.
Right.
It's gross.
So in that context, I suppose that's what it's supposed to be, which is weird.
How does it make you feel?
They're
Do you think
sexualizing children.
Do you see it that way? Don't sway him, Sherri.
Well,
let's see what he thinks. I want to see what other people think.
Is the movie My Girl, like if they smooch in My Girl?
Wait, keep in mind for perspective, it's coming from the Concerned Parents of Carroll County who wanted to ban books that had sexual connotations in them.
I just don't
they only don't like homosexual sexual scenes.
Right.
I don't know. I just...
Wait till they see the Bible.
Right?
I don't know what vibe they're going for here. I don't like the vibe.
You don't? Okay, that's what I wanted to know.
I don't like the vibe.
So all three of us agree.
I don't like the vibe, but I'm willing to concede that maybe there's something I'm missing. Like, I don't know. It just seems like it's like a weird Valentine's Day post.
I don't think you're missing anything.
And all of the comments on it, there weren't very many comments, but they were all, well, ew, why did you post this? This is inappropriate. So we're not the only ones.
Okay, well, good to know that there's other sane people in the world.
Right. Right now, if this were 2 toddlers, that would be okay. If it were 2 grown women all whored up in high heels and kissing, that would be okay.
They got to be whored up, and that makes it okay?
And it would be okay if one of them were had an ambiguous race or ethnicity.
Oh, okay.
You know, Dennis is nodding. He agrees.
No, he's not. No,
What
he's
if
not.
what if they were both dwarves and it was a she dwarf without a beard?
I believe the preferred nomenclature is little people.
I'm talking about Lord of the Rings. I'm talking about Lord of the Rings.
Are they over 18?
I don't know.
No, they got to be over 18.
I just know that the new Lord of the Rings, the dwarf women don't have beards, and they should, according to canon. So
We've already got Amazon is already losing points with Dennis.
I mean,
Okay.
I'm just asking questions.
well, I'm making requests.
I'm
over here.
asking the important question.
Little toddlers or grown women. Great.
I don't know. This, I guess, I don't even know what to say. This is just a weird vibe.
It's just another weird, creepy thing to come out of the concerned Karens of Carroll County.
I mean,
all with a K.
Seriously, exactly. Yeah.
You know, after we did our last episode and we talked about them, we got messages and comments from people who said, we're really glad you brought this up about this group because they're really kooky. All those people are in the group but are just quiet. They don't speak up or say anything. So my theory is that the majority of the people on that page or in that group, whatever it is, a page or a group, I'm not sure, are just there to see what they'll say next. Observation and entertainment, yeah.
Or keep your friends close and your enemies close.
Yes, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
The devil you know.
Mm-hmm.
The devil you know.
Well, anyway, it's free country. Don't want the gazpacho to get after them.
Don't get the gazpacho after you. That would be bad.
Yeah. Anyway, okay, so the next thing is we've got a post, and this really isn't about the story, this is about the comment on the story. The our representatives of the state want the mask mandate rolled back, whatever, but then there's a real shot across the bow in the comments section.
Do I understand this correctly? Carroll County wants to sue Maryland State to rescind the mask mandate. Is that what it is?
I believe that the Carroll County Board of Education has sued the Maryland Department of Education in order to repeal the mask mandate. Yes.
Okay, we're not having an opinion on that. That's the Carroll County Times story. The comment on it is what we want to comment on. The comment is by this guy who, obviously by his name, he's a fake account. But these fake accounts speak from the heart. They really do. They hide behind the alias so they can speak their truth. This is the scary part. He said, masks are the left's MAGA hat, just racist.
How are masks racist?
How are they a MAGA hat? I mean, I've seen masks that say "Make America Great Again" that are red. So I've seen MAGA masks. The racist part, I need a little explanation on that. We need to unpack that. Dennis, what say you?
I don't think there's any unpacking it. I just think it's the ravings of a madman. I mean, I guess like the better own, if you're trying to like say like it's some sort of like left-wing negative thing, would be like it's a pack of cucks virtue signaling and genuflecting to globalists. That's where I would have gone with it.
Okay.
That's an interesting take on it. Yeah.
No idea. What did he just say?
I have no idea.
What is a globalist? I never understood that.
You just don't call people Jews anymore. You call them globalists.
The Jews are globalists.
Oh.
Global, yeah.
But why? What is global?
Do we need to change our name to Global? Carroll Global?
because everyone is like outwardly tolerant enough to be disgusted by spoken anti-Semitism that's obvious. So instead of blaming the Jews for controlling the world, you say the globalists are controlling the world, and you dog whistle your rabid right-wing
so the Democrats are not globalists, just the Jews. I thought
the Democrats are globalists too, but they're like controlled by a globalist cabal.
Does it have to do with
All the Democrats are Jews.
No, they're controlled by globalists, and they bow to globalists.
Oh, we're controlled.
Ben Shapiro isn't. He's Jewish.
There's always a few.
Now, does the globalist mean that there's people who want a one world government? Is that what the global?
Yeah, they meet at Davos, and it's like the evolution of the conspiracy fringe trilateral Rockefeller thing into like sort of the mainstream
I feel like
acceptance of it.
this is stemming from the Rothschild family.
Or name some other families this may have stemmed from, and notice something about their last names that
They took over the banks. I mean, that's what their thing. I mean, they're the reason that people say Jews own the banks was because they were inbred and they took over Europe, and because nobody else would hire them.
Well, the reason why Jews were in banking is they could charge usury rates.
Yeah, but also
Usury was illegal for Christians.
back then nobody would hire the Rothschilds, so they said, "All right, we'll start our own business," and they only trusted their family.
Yeah, I know.
So that is true. They had their cousins marry each other so that they wouldn't have to have anybody outside the family in their business.
Works. How did it work
It's worked
for them?
for the royal family for years.
There you go.
So.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I'm going to start my own dynasty.
So at any rate, I'd give that like in terms of insanity, a high level, but in terms of
We
like,
should just intermarry all our children. That's what we should do.
Well, we were close with ours.
Yeah, well, my son's gay. He's never going to marry your daughter. Sorry.
I mean, you could just make an arranged marriage for sealing the bloodline. Just be like, sorry.
Yep, we could do that. I mean, she'd be a fantastic beard, I'm sure.
God.
Maybe they aspire to
boy.
more than a loveless marriage for podcast clicks, but I don't know.
All right. Well, thank you for that about the globalists. I never understood what that was.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, you could legitimately say there's like I'm anti-globalist, but like most of the time that's what they're drilling down
That's
to.
what it means.
I mean,
Wow. That's crazy.
but
How does that exist?
well, they're not going to. People disagree with me. They say no, there is actual anti-globalism, and there may be, but my opinion
Right.
is that it's like the veneer of respectability on sort of like the old tropes. That's
Old
my
tropes.
That's my opinion.
The old trips. You didn't finish reading this comment.
That was the important part, but it says they will never stop mandating their political hate speech.
Right.
They used to wear KKK hoods, and they traded them in for masks.
So the leftists are in this situation the KKK?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
I can explain that.
Okay. Can you
Back in the
please?
Civil
Because
War times,
I don't understand.
the Southern Democrats, the Dixiecrats, were the ones who wanted the segregation. And then when Truman came into power, Truman and also Johnson started legislating for equal rights. And those Dixiecrats, those Southern Democrats, wanted states' rights because they wanted to continue segregation. They became, guess what? Republicans.
Okay, so this is just an antiquated way of looking at.
Yeah, it's this weird thing where people are refusing to admit that the Democrats and Republicans switched at some point in time right after the Civil War, right around the 40s and then again in the 60s. This is all, you can look this up anywhere. On Senate.gov, there's a whole list of them that switched. One of them, the easiest one to prove, is Strom Thurmond, who was a Dixiecrat and who ended up becoming a Republican because he wanted states' rights to continue segregation and slavery.
Okay.
Or at least segregation.
Well,
I don't know
yeah,
if he was alive during
slavery was settled by that point.
Right. He wanted,
14th
like, in the
Amendment.
60s, the segregation with Johnson squashed, whatever the word is. But yeah, so
I like squished.
he's technically right.
Squished is so much more jovial.
But
it is.
the overall thing is I don't see how masks are even political, let alone racist in the first place.
Well,
I mean, have you been living in this country for the past 2 years? Of course, masks are politicized.
They are because idiots politicize them, but I can't see how they are political unto themselves. And that's how I look at stuff, as pragmatic. So I'll never see them as
I don't see
so
masks. You don't even see masks.
Practical, Randy.
what?
You don't even see masks anymore. You just see people.
No. And I'm kind of anti-mask. I mean, I don't wear them, but I don't see people wear them. I'm not thinking that you're a Republican or a Democrat because you're wearing them. It's just that's your choice.
You don't wear a mask anymore at all?
Only if I need to, if I'm Howard or Frederick County or Baltimore County. But here, no, I don't have any symptoms. I'm vaccinated. It's over for me.
Oh,
I don't get near people. I'll keep social distance.
I still love wearing the mask because no one knows who I am.
That is a really big benefit because there were no stop and chats. There were no. Is that Randy?
Nothing.
Why don't you write your Seinfeld episode about masks?
That would be good.
No stop and chats.
Seinfeld.
And,
who would? Yeah.
And Jerry and George's conversation would be like, I like the masks. You don't know if they're hot or not. You know, they'd be like,
I'm not wearing the mask, Jerry. No mask for me.
And Elaine would be like, I don't get hit on as much. I just like pull up my hood and put on my mask. No one knows.
Yeah.
And there'd probably be like a robbery plot line where like no one knows who the robber was because they were on their masks.
It was a short, stocky, bald man, but it could have been like 3 of George's friends who looked like him.
And Newman and like Kramer will botch something with Newman because of the masks.
It could be a whole thing.
Anyway.
I just watched The Soup Nazi last night.
Soup Nazi.
Yeah.
Did he serve gazpacho?
He did not.
Okay. Yev Kasem.
All right. So then we have Big Randy back at it.
Big Randy.
You take your victory lap.
Do you know what's funny about that is there's a guy at my gym whose name is Randy.
Is he Little Randy?
No, he's Big Randy, and I'm Little Randy in the gym because he's huge.
Oh.
Okay.
So it's just.
Is this a locker room thing or a gym floor thing?
Both.
Oh no.
We interact in both places.
Ouch.
Okay.
Oh no, not that kind of locker. Well, maybe. I don't know. He can. I don't care. Whatever. What I got to live for. Doesn't matter.
What have I got to live for?
He's only gonna live to see political alliances through marriage. That's all he's got left in his life.
It's not my marriage. I married a cradle Catholic. It's over for my bloodline.
Westeros online community.
Yeah.
No, you could convince them to go back and find a nice Jewish girl.
Convince who?
Your kids?
No, my son is dating this pure Irish girl, and I don't know what my daughter's doing. My daughter's a mixed breed now. So.
She's hanging out with the gays is what she's doing.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
Better them than anybody else.
I hate to tell you.
And so this person, someone's been stealing traffic cones. They have them on camera multiple times stealing traffic cones.
What do you need a traffic cone for?
Maybe you're just drunk.
I mean, I guess.
Well, it's a safety cone. So maybe there's some kind of construction going on at their house.
Isn't that a traffic cone? Is a safety cone different than a traffic cone?
Why?
Is a safety cone like a...
what is that? Like some kind of trophy? What are you, a serial killer? You got to have an orange cone?
Got to have it.
Maybe she lives near a sinkhole. And they have it coned off.
Okay.
A sewer
Who knows?
grate.
All right.
But she has the assailant on camera.
Oh,
and she rolled her eyes like, we know who you are. Just give it back.
Don't know if they will. Okay, so
where did that happen?
When?
No, where?
I don't know. Tawnytown, I think.
Oh, okay.
Tawnytown neighborhood.
Tony.
But then, now, Randy, have you gotten on Nextdoor?
Yeah, I have gotten on Nextdoor because I ran out of places to look on. Everybody was all sane on Facebook the past week, so I had to curate material. And lo and behold, as soon as I hit Nextdoor...
Nextdoor is amazing.
Nextdoor is good for material.
Yeah, it really is.
I mean, you can find somebody to haul your junk, or you can get into a fight with somebody over a cat. Mm-hmm. Either way.
Or you can try to find some help.
You can find some help, somebody to build a deck, or do some drywall work.
This is blank handyman service, looking for siding companies, any recommendation or places to avoid. Well... I guess it's a recommendation or a place to avoid. So who do we have involved here?
GQ.
Oh, GQ.
GQ, precariously located right across from that church that got robbed.
Weird.
By the guy who looks exactly like him.
Weird.
So you don't think that he's up for siding?
Oh, I'm sure he's up for it. I'm sure he's up for taking your deposit and siding never to come back.
I'm going to take the siding back to my workshop, just like the Grinch, and I'm going to fix it, and then I'll bring it back.
It's good. I'll do the siding at my place, but it goes on the house. Well, we'll it's a new technique.
We're just going to take it off. We're going to clean it.
It's a new technique. We're going to clean the siding.
We'll bring it back.
The whole side of my house is gone, and we'll bring it back.
So he gets the deposit, and then he sells the siding to someone else.
Or the copper, whatever you have. Yeah.
It seems like a good business model.
But
nobody said that he wasn't a savvy businessman.
He's a cockroach. He's the cockroach of home improvement in our county.
The cockroach.
He won't go away. And
La cucaracha.
he gets, again, he doesn't, I haven't responded because he hasn't blocked me there yet, so I can see him. He's blocked me on all 7 of his accounts on Facebook. But here, and of course, as soon as he says something, people jump in, do not hire JQ, stay away from him. He's a ripoff artist, and he starts threatening them and using bad grammar and putting periods where they don't belong and all this other nonsense.
He's got a playbook.
He does.
How is he still functioning as a human being is what I want to know.
I don't know. I remember he was luring women back to his place.
I do remember that.
I imagine
yeah.
it's precarious. I would describe the existence as precarious.
I'll take care of you.
Right. He was.
Do you need a place to stay?
He was looking for women in trouble and offering them a place to
How
stay.
is he still walking around as a free man?
I don't get it.
I don't understand.
do not get it.
So he's like a predator and also a defrauder. Like, I don't understand.
Honey badger. Honey badgers have taken down prides of lions. You know that? I mean, he's just like that same kind of...
I guess he's just resilient, right?
Biting the testicles, yeah. Biting the testicles of Westminster, Maryland.
So then this poor woman, I guess someone asked her for a quarter and she said no and they called her fat.
Yeah.
That's pretty simple.
Now, where she did this is right outside Carroll Worldwide Towers, and it's probably the hub of all the mentally departed.
It might be.
Have anyone
So
ever
is
called
that-
you fat?
That's an
Oh,
insult.
plenty of times,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, you're fat
Here?
if you don't give somebody a quarter
Yeah.
because
yeah,
you're well fed.
I guess.
Oh, okay.
A quarter. What does a guy need a quarter for? You know it was a guy.
You think?
Wait, did he say she had some punk in town call me fat?
Punk.
'Cause, see, again,
He's stereotyping, but probably.
I'm stereotyping. I don't see women as that horrible as men. If a woman were to ask somebody for a quarter and they said no, she might come up with a sob story or say thank you anyway. Guys are the ones that get aggressive, and we do know of some aggressive vagrants in and around the area.
I'm just going to call you fat and insult you if you don't give me any money.
Right. And is this, okay, as a woman, is this the equivalent of when a guy is DMing you and you don't answer him and he ends up calling you a bitch?
I don't know.
You know that scenario,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, definitely.
Why is that? I'm a guy and I can't answer that.
I don't know.
Well, you're mad.
I
and
don't
you're not,
think a lot of people think big picture. You know, like...
I mean, why does the New York City street crowd catcall or Italians in Italy catcall? Like, are they really getting?
okay.
Are they going to
It's
get?
just Italians.
Well, Italy. I'm talking about Italy.
It's big in Italy, but they're
No,
just,
I'm not stereotyping Americans. I'm saying like literally in Italy, like that's a thing.
right, but they just do that and then that's it. That's the end of the interaction. From what I understand of guys on social media, they'll inbox you, you ignore them, they'll inbox you a day later, hey babe, week later, hey, are you still there? A week later, and like there's my daughter has showed me screenshots and like
Yeah.
the one, it's only one side,
And then
Yeah.
they get more angry.
and then like F you,
Yeah.
bitch.
Jeez Louise.
She didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Wow.
Did that happen to you?
Yes, it has happened to me.
But it's like a template. It's, I would say it's stereotyping, but it's very widespread.
No, yeah.
I've never done that.
I'm not responding to you, so
I've done it to Dennis.
why am I all of a sudden the bad person in this
Right.
scenario?
I
Yeah.
don't think you were really dating during the days of the apps, but I think I'm
I
confident
wasn't.
that you would not have,
No.
even if there's technology at your fingertips.
If I was left on red and I
It's
saw it was red, I'd be like, okay.
Really counterproductive to whatever it is you're
Your
trying
goal.
to accomplish.
Oh, did you call me a bitch? Oh.
Oh, okay. That really turns me on. Now I'm going to respond.
Now I'm going to just have sex with you immediately.
Yeah. Mhm.
Does that happen? What
No.
percentage of the time does that happen?
0.
0%.
Yeah, once you start calling someone a name that hasn't responded to you, I think you've conceded that this is not going to go anywhere.
But I guess it's the guy's playground mentality where I didn't want you anyway. Mm-hmm. Well,
Okay. Well,
the previous history of
good luck to you.
messages disputes that.
good luck to you.
Way to save face.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Enjoy your time alone with your hand.
So we got a creepy white van.
This goes along with the other Big Randy story. So, and I've heard this a lot, and I'm not sure if it's legit or not, but it's the story of somebody saw a white van parked, maybe near a bus stop when kids were getting on or off. Again, I don't know if there's any validity to it. I've heard it a lot of different ways, a lot of different times from a lot of different people. that same story. Sometimes I think it could be somebody pulled over to use their cell phone, and it just happened to be
This has happened to you.
at 2:40.
In a
Yeah, but-
windowless white van.
Yeah, but I mean, I got in and got candy and helped them look for their puppy.
Yeah, that was you being helpful.
Yeah, and then I ended up messaging them and calling them a bitch because they wouldn't respond.
Right.
You know, you go out, you treat somebody like that, you should have some discussion afterwards.
As one does.
Of course.
Yeah, you absolutely need to open the lines of communication after you get in the van.
So I believe one of the comments, let me see here. One of the comments, where is that?
It's right here.
Ah, yes. One
You
of
drew
the
a big
comments,
red arrow on it.
Get a Ring video doorbell camera.
Okay.
Put a ring on it.
Yes, thank you, Dennis. Put a ring on it.
Oh,
Want to watch
Jesus
your house? Put a ring on it.
Christ.
Can you contact all these companies and see if they'll sponsor us?
Who Ring and
Ring.
Ring's the only one that I use right now.
But
I mean, I had a problem where the batteries kept running out, so then I got solar powered ones. I got two of them that are hardwired into the house.
do they move? Are they
No,
fixed?
I can't move them. That would be great if I could like
You're
move
just
it around.
The most secure house on the
I
block.
think what you should do is you should probably have a drone that does an every 6 hour like canvassing of the area and then like goes back in, and then you can take control of it if you have like a bigger visual disturbance that needs investigating, and you need more tack gear, right? You need bulletproof vest,
I'm writing
assault
this down,
rifle,
making notes.
night vision goggles. I think you need to go to the firing range. We can
Get
go. You want to go to the firing range? Get serious about
Yes.
this? Okay, let's do
Yep.
this.
Get your little hidey hole built. You know,
Excuse
you can
me?
have like a little
A what?
vault back
My what?
there. Your hidey
For the
hole.
women, it,
High D hole.
for the women and children,
Yeah, okay.
you
Right.
got to get them a safe, a panic room. Okay.
Yes.
There's a term for what you're talking about. It's called geospatial intelligence. You familiar?
Intelligence has nothing to do with it.
I've got a client that does it. They have small sats. They can get 5 pictures of your house a day because they circle the globe every 90 minutes. These small satellites, and they take high def pictures. They get pictures of China and Port Elizabeth and all this stuff, and they can tell where the supply chain issues are coming from. That's my jam. That's next.
So
Space Randy.
big space.
Big space, Randy.
Yep.
I love
Oh
it.
man. Well, I mean, I think there's a future there for us. I think there's big future.
Yep.
That's nice. Enjoy.
The great thing is my family hates it when I'm here at the office.
My
And
family hates.
you're watching them
Yeah.
at home.
Well, my family hates, and then you could put a blank in there, put anything, but I'll get a notification, and I'll see like the Amazon truck or something pull up to the garage and drop off a box, and
Be
I'll
like,
text them, "Can you guys bring in the box that was just put out on the?" And then I'll yell at them, "Why didn't you know it was there? Did you not know a truck just pulled up?" And
Big Randy.
they get all mad.
Making sure you control the family from afar.
I can control them from anywhere.
Does the dog mess up the ring?
I doubt that's
New
true.
dog?
No, they don't. They're in the backyard, which that one ran out of battery. So I replaced that one.
The dog ran out of batteries?
No, not the dog. the camera.
Oh, okay.
So I've got to. That's the one. That one on the front of the house are the only ones on batteries anymore.
Oh my God, you're not safe.
I know. I've got a vulnerability. I shouldn't have said that.
Holy cow.
And you've admitted it, so there's a huge,
Come at me.
big security flaw.
Yeah, I'm issuing a challenge. Let's go.
I literally sleep with my doors unlocked at my house.
Oh my gosh, and you both are very, very confident in your different approaches.
We're opposite ends of the spectrum. That's for sure.
I guess, yeah, someone proves a point, does a selfie while each of you is sleeping and sends it in.
Yeah, do that.
Good luck.
Oh, man. Okay, yeah, I'm not Big Randy, and I'm not like, just leave the house totally
Murder
open.
me, Sherry. That sounds like a doll.
Murder
Mom,
me, Sherri.
I want the Murder Me Sherry doll.
It's a good doll.
She
Yeah.
leaves
She's
her
all-
door unlocked.
She's all dressed in black.
That gun isn't cocked.
Go ahead and come into my house in the middle of the night and see what happens to
You'll
you.
be asleep. You'll be high. You'll be watching Taylor Swift on Saturday Night Live, zoning out.
I mean, maybe, but that doesn't mean I can't use my golf club to swing at you.
You'll hear somebody be like, "Ice cream's in the freezer." Hang on. Lover is on. Hang on. Look at this. Look at this. Look at her. I get it.
Do you want a vodka tonic? Come on in.
We call them vodkniks. I get it.
Okay. I think it's top 10 time.
Is it top 10 time?
I think.
Already?
I don't see anything. It's been 29 minutes.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Okay, just blah, 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 blah.
So, the top 10 this week has to do with our friends, the mentally departed.
Oh, I don't think that's politically correct.
No, I think that really is politically correct.
Sherry's the barometer for that.
That's true. She's our political correctness meter.
Yeah.
Okay.
These are the top 10 overheard insults given by the mentally departed, in addition to
Oh, like the girl that got called fat?
you're fat.
Okay.
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 So number 10 is, I hope that GQ builds you a deck.
Yeah, because that's like a pox upon both your
Yeah,
houses. That's tough.
that's
That's
bad.
up there in all-timers.
Number 9, you must be one of those mentally present people.
Wow.
Presence of mind. We call them palms.
Number 8, why don't you go back to your nice warm house with running water and electricity?
Ooh, burn.
Ouch.
I mean, if the hot
well,
tub-
it's open for everybody.
Yeah, it is.
The hot tub's too hot, you get burned.
Number 7, have fun at your job today.
Oh, they did get me there.
Have fun lawyering.
Number 6, you probably use the library to borrow books, loser.
I've got a Kindle, friend. I use the library to do crack and pass out and throw up.
You can use there's apps where you can get like Kindle style things on your Kindle from the library.
What? Kindle style what?
There's like an app where you can download digital things
Libby.
from the library.
Yeah, Libby.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah. You could use the library electronically.
To borrow books?
You don't even need to go to the library.
Yeah.
Wait, do you borrow the book?
You
Yeah.
borrow it online and
Yeah.
you read it online.
So it's a digital asset that you've got to give back?
Yes.
It's a limited time. Yeah, just like a book you would borrow from the library.
What if I'm borrowing a book and you want to borrow it? You can't.
They have so many.
They have so many, digital
Digital
versions
finite
of
copies?
it. Yes.
That's the dumbest thing
It's
I've ever
called
heard.
Libby. Yeah, it's actually great.
Well, if
Why
you,
are they limited? To keep the value?
Yeah,
I don't know.
because they have you buy the licenses.
They only have so many licenses to so many
just like
copies
you
of
can
individual books.
Okay.
you can copy a computer game infinitely, but we've all come to accept that you
Anyway.
ought not to,
You probably use the library to borrow books, loser.
and smoke crack.
Right.
Number 5, you look like you shower every day.
You smell like it too.
Ouch. Number 4, what's with the fancy winter coat? It's nearly 20 degrees.
Putting on airs.
Was this Florida? Florida?
Number 3, this one's specifically for you, Randy. You look like the kind of loser who has a podcast.
Doesn't apply to either of the two of you, right?
Nope.
Some of these hit close to home.
I am only 1/3 of this thing.
Number 2, enjoy your crippling sobriety.
Oh, gosh.
Better than IPAs.
No one's gonna say that to me.
That is a good point, though, to do just a raw dog life.
Yeah, it is.
That's really something.
All right, you guys ready?
No.
The number 1 thing overheard by the mentally department as far as insults are concerned. You wish you were good enough to shit in Doug Weatherholtz's yard.
That is a lofty aspiration.
Randy, if he's missing it, you could just do one for old time's sake.
Do what? Go over to his house?
Take a
and-
dookie in Doug's yard?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, but I'll be out there with like a cup of coffee and my phone. I don't like to be looked
Waiting
at.
for your brisket to come off the smoker.
Bougie. Like social call.
What if he makes eye contact with me while I'm doing it?
That's part of the risk.
I mean, are you
Yeah,
still
it
going to
is.
be able to do it if he makes eye contact with you?
No, it's gonna
just sneak
shoot
back
so
up in
yeah,
there?
you're
Yeah.
too much of a frou-frou to live that way.
Yeah.
Not meant for prison.
See,
Getting
you
called
wish
out.
you were good enough to
I
shit in his
do,
yard.
yeah.
Are you really a Sigma male if you can't do that?
Well, Sigma would be alone all the time, right? So I'd be in the woods
Yeah,
with
but-
no one else around with
But you
my
would,
thoughts.
But you'd be aloof and not care if anyone infringed upon what you wanted to do, right?
Is that part of the Sigma? To be that aloof?
I don't know.
Aloof poop.
Well, I mean, aren't all poops aloof, generally speaking?
They really don't care.
Unless that's your kink, I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh boy. All right, that's it. I'm Dennis.
I'm Randy.
I'm Sherri.
See you next time.